Hello everyone, my name is Nilsor and welcome to my vault. Today on Pillars of Eternity 101 we are going to talk about the different classes available. In Pillars of Eternity, you will have the choice for your character between 11 unique classes, each one with their specific capabilities and advantages. Fighters are well known for their discipline, skill and durability. Recovering small amounts of endurance during combat, they are both dependable and flexible by having various attack modes which can raise defenses, weaken enemies, increase damages, and so on. Dangerous at both close and ranged combat, they tap into the power of their souls to give themselves power such as superhuman strength and speed, or the ability to knock down large groups. Rogues are relying on wit, speed and subterfuge to achieve their goal. They have the highest single target damage capability, with most of their abilities being usable with both melee or ranged weapons. They are talented to strike when least expected, moving undetected and using the power of their soul to cloak themselves or imbue their weapons with a soul-eating venom. Priests are followers of one or more deities whose powers come from prayers. Their faith is what ignites the power of their soul, allowing them to heal allies, enchant weapons, use sanctified words or crippling curses over large areas. Some of their power can be modified by their behavior and the reputation they develop from the choices they make. The more they are in accordance with the behavior that is expected of them, depending on the deity they worship, the more their powers become powerful, and vice versa. Wizards are highly educated individuals who have developed an extreme mental discipline. Most of their spells are incredibly complex and physically demanding, which is why they need their specially enchanted tomes to be able to perform them properly by following the instructions on how to use one's souls to alter reality. This allows a wizard to buff or damage single targets or a large group over a wide area. They can use several grimoires that can be switched at any time, giving the wizards great flexibility. Druids are drawing powers through the webs they believe connect all living souls in the world. They are able to impact large zones by using damaging spells or afflictions. They can also heal their allies over time, as well as turning into their animal form to charge at their foes. Barbarians are the wild and more unconventional counterparts to fighters. They are more reckless, fierce, and prefer using raw aggression than carefully learned discipline. Less accurate and protective of themselves, they make up for it by being quicker and more brutal, rendering them tailored to hack down at groups of enemies. Paladins are often fanatical individuals devoted to a chosen cause. They are able to aid allies individually with powerful single-target support abilities, protect them from harm thanks to their high defenses, and can help the entire group by using various auras. Chanters are storytellers and repositories of ancient lore using mostly chants and invocations. While singing, which gives allies a large stack of minor bonuses over large areas, they can do something else like summoning various pretty powerful creatures, giving the chanter a versatile role within your group. Monks believe in the fundamental philosophy of the mortification of the flesh, using their pains and wounds as a special type of energy. Some monks' orders are very religious, but not all of them, since what their primary focus is to follow a strict discipline. They can absorb damage, are experts in unarmed attacks, are very quick, can cripple enemies and resist negative effects thrown at them. Rangers are heavy damage dealers with the second highest single target damage output capability in the game, while staying safely at a long distance from their enemies. They are making use of their trusty animal companion with whom they share their health. Ciphers are individuals with extraordinary mental abilities which they use to manipulate souls. They use a special type of energy called focus, which replenishes during combat when they are dealing damage with more conventional weapons. Their powers are mostly aimed for a single target, whether to damage or help, with sometimes the effect jumping from target to target. Whichever one you choose, you will then have to distribute points between 6 attributes. Might, representing how physically and magically strong the character is. Constitution, indicating the character's resilience. Dexterity, dealing with the character's coordination and agility. Perception, which deals with the character's awareness. Intellect, determining the area of effect size of any abilities or spells created by the character. And Resolve, representing the character's strengths of personality, intensity, and determination. Each of these attributes will influence minor statistics such as your endurance and health. In Pillars of Eternity, your character life points are represented by these two statistics. Endurance is the character's short-term resistance and will rapidly diminishes while taking damage during combat. When the character's endurance reaches 0, he or she will be rendered unconscious before getting back up at the end of the combat. Endurance will then replenishes on its own. Health, on the other hand, is the character's long-term resistance. It will take the same amount of damage than endurance, but has a significantly higher value depending on your class and especially if you are in the front line. The lower the health, the more the character is to become maimed or dead. Health replenishes only when the character is resting by camping or in a bed. Accuracy is another statistic influenced by your attributes and represents the capability to hit with melee or ranged weapons as well as your spells. Different defensive stats, divided between deflection, fortitude, reflex and will, are going to be impacted to determine how well the character can protect him or herself. Each class starts with different stats which will evolve differently when leveling. The next important element about your character are the skills. They are non-combat capabilities which can be useful to avoid a fight. You can decide to have an over-specialized character in one skill, although it is more careful to try being more equal between them. There are 5 types of skills. Stealth, used in attempting to avoid being seen or heard. Athletics, which reflects how good your character is at physical feats, like climbing, swimming and jumping. It can counter the effects of accrued fatigue, allowing to go farther and fight longer before suffering penalties. Lore, representing the accumulation of miscellaneous knowledge and trivia. In combat, it is useful to understand your enemy better, notably their strengths and weaknesses. Mechanics, which deals with locks and traps, including setting them up. And survival, prolonging and making more efficient the use of food and potions. Each time you level up, you will have 6 additional points to distribute. Depending on which classes you chose, you will start with bonus points in some of them. Besides setting up your character, skills and attributes will also be used during dialogues to try passing different checks, opening new options and outcomes. You will also have to select some talents, which are like perks in other games. They can be class neutral or specific, sometimes with requirements. They are passive bonuses, meaning it doesn't need to be activated to take effect. For example, it can be like having a better accuracy with certain types of weapons, or strengthening some of your character's class's abilities. You will gain 1 talent every 3 levels. But every level you will gain 1 ability. They are class specific and can be passive or active. Some will need to be used to take effect, while others are modal and are staying in effect while you haven't switched to another mode. Every character starts with 2 actives and 1 passive abilities. On the next video we are going to talk about the combat system. Thank you for watching and see you later.